Hey guys, so after a long wait we are going to work on the Shaolin engine. So as you can see, I have built myself an engine stand which will allow me to work on the Shaolin without much of a headache. The only downside is I do not have a lot of thin bolts which is needed to hold the engine together, so I'll have to do some jugaad on that. So that's all the painted stuff which has come. I'm yet to get the body kit which I have to go and collect, so most probably tomorrow. All this is the bright work. This is zinc dip. The yellow stuff is zinc dip, and the white stuff is plated. So I have some white stuff, white nut and bolts here. Plus that is the end of the silencer. Plus I have the silencer and the front mudguard over here. So it's already, this box contains all the rubber bits and bobs, so I haven't opened it yet, so that we'll look into soon. So now let's take the engine apart. So for that I'll put you guys on a tripod. So this is the engine completely dismantled. Now what we have to do is we have to remove the crank. The crank is being removed just for two things actually. One is this oil seal that you guys can see here, and second is there is a bearing behind this. So once we remove the crank, we'll be able to reach to those oil seals. So I'll replace all the oil seals together. Unfortunately, to remove this crank we have to actually take it to a lathe, because if I hit it using a hammer, then the balancing of the crank will go. So it is always better to take it to a lathe and remove it. So let me do that. Hopefully there's a lathe open tomorrow. If not, then somewhere around next week. So yeah, that's about it. First impressions about a Shaolin engine. This is the first time I'm opening a Shaolin engine. I've usually worked on a Shogun engine. It's not as simple as the Shogun engine, first of all, and secondly, I do feel that it has a couple of more shafts. The crankcase is slightly different for a Shaolin. I'm not sure. Probably you guys can comment in the comments below and let me know if there is a difference in the crankcase, but to me it looks like there is. So yeah, next thing is we have to take the crank out. So for that I have to take it to a hydraulic press. The other option to do is I can jerry rig something and probably use the vise to press the crank out. So let me think about it. So as of now, I think that's it about the engine. Yeah, another thing that I wanted to tell you guys is the size of the piston. I don't know whether you guys can see it. Let me try to wipe it a bit. So I was told that it is a first oversized engine, but if you guys can see here, let me see if I can focus it. As you can see here, it's a 0.5, so that means it's a second oversize. So from the looks of it, I don't think there is a lot of blow by, and the scoring is also pretty minimal. If you can see, it is just a bit towards the exhaust side. Towards the intake side also we have a bit of scoring, so which is not crazy bad. So I think we can reuse this piston. So yeah, I've given the cylinder and rest of the stuff for paint. So once all of that is back from painting, then we will assemble the complete engine. But this is going to be a disassembly video. Only thing that we need to do now is just take the crank out. So once the crank is taken out, it's pretty simple from there. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it was interesting. So tune in for the next video. Subscribe and share if you like what you see. Alright, good night, bye bye.